Day 14 is my great-grandparents, actually. I kind of forgot they were on the tree, not gonna lie. I do feel bad about that. I'm surprised they're not over with everybody else, though. Fair enough. Day 14? Day 14, where the crap? Oh, day 14 is just right on. Oh no, it's on the donkey butt. And the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go then to Bethlehem and see this thing that has taken place," which is Luke 2:15. Can I? Oh, that one came out. Oh, it's a star. That makes sense. And that one came out really easy. Nice. Alright, I've had this one for a while, but I don't recall actually ever reading it. It is Ghost of Christmas Past. It's from Tangled. And that is basically the same thing that was there, but you know, it's fine. I also realized that I didn't actually read the back of the book for the Bambi one. Oh well. I'm just happy he survived. But we're focusing on Rapunzel now. It should have been a joyous time. Christmas was coming. Rapunzel's very first Christmas since returning home to the castle. For the past 16 years of her life, she had spent every Christmas locked away in Mother Gothel's tower. The castle halls were decked with the boughs of holly. The butlers had just chosen the royal Christmas tree. Everyone was doing their very best to spread festive cheer. Even the grumpiest of town folks were merry. If Christmas is just now coming, why are they just now getting the tree? It makes it sound like Christmas is like next week and they're just now getting the tree. One would think that they would have done that a lot faster. Just saying, it's the royal castle. I'm sure they could keep a tree alive for more than like a week. But in the royal family, one person was not ready for a happy Christmas. "No way, nuh-uh," said Rapunzel. "I refuse to celebrate Christmas." Oh, look at you, Scrooge. "What?" cried Flynn. "Why don't you want to celebrate Christmas? It's the most wonderful time of the year." Rapunzel looked shocked. "Wonderful," she said. "I think you'd be terrifying." Well, she does have a little bit of PTSD. Mother Gothel wasn't the best. She just looks like she's getting ready to slap him. Also, I appreciate that they use the cartoony style from the show, almost. Anyway, Flynn was confused until Rapunzel shared her memories of Christmases spent with Mother Gothel in the tower. "You know how it is," said Rapunzel. "There's all that eerie Christmas music. Mother Gothel sang it non-stop at Christmas time. I hate chanting and growling." That didn't sound like any Christmas music Flynn had ever heard. Perhaps was it Latin? If it was Latin, you might want to run. "Okay," he said, trying not to smile. "What else?" "Mother Gothel also told me the tale of Nicholas, the ghostly Christmas elf. How he creeps into children's rooms on Christmas Eve and steals them away. It kept me up at bedtime." Rapunzel sighed and shrugged. "But I guess all kids have trouble sleeping on Christmas Eve. Did you?" So, like, is Gothel's version of Santa just mixed with Krampus? I could see it. I could easily see it. Then again, it wouldn't be all that shocking she would have a, like, Krampus-y type, considering how old she is. Those are probably her stories from her youth. Anyway. "Actually, no," Flynn said. "I couldn't wait to go to bed and wake up on Christmas morning. You know what? It's not what Christmas is like at all. That's not what, like... Brain fart. You know what? That's not what Christmas is like at all." From everything Rapunzel was telling him, he could see that Mother Gothel had gone out of her way to ruin Christmas for Rapunzel. She didn't want Rapunzel to leave the tower, Flynn thought. sadly, ever. Well, he could do something to change things now. Okay, like, we know in canon she didn't want her to leave. But, like, ruining Christmas, she wasn't gonna leave the tower at Christmas. Oh no, I'm gonna be so judged. I might have to pause this. Okay, everything's handled with that. He's gonna go do stuff. Anyway, back to where I was. Flynn smiled, taking Rapunzel by the hand. You know what, he said, I'll show you what Christmas is really like. Come on! Why can I just picture him actually saying that? He led Rapunzel outside the castle. That's not gonna go over well with her dad. Just look around and listen, he said. Oh my goodness, I can't read. Does this seem spooky to you? No, it's not my glasses. It's just, I just can't read. They passed a group of children singing Christmas carols. It was like no Christmas music Rapunzel had ever heard before. It's children singing. It's not going to sound like anything you've ever heard before. On a good day. Also, that may still be spooky depending on who you ask. A small boy raced over to Rapunzel. He held out a package wrapped with a golden bow. Merry Christmas, Princess Rapunzel, he said. Trick package! Duck! Rapunzel cried, diving for cover behind a low stone wall. She peeked out warily from her hiding place. Flynn and the children stared at her. Who ran away from a Christmas present? It's not a trick, Flynn said gently. It's just a gift. He opened the box. Inside was a hand-woven crown of evergreens. Slowly Rapunzel stepped out from behind the wall, and she took the crown from Flynn. She placed it on her head. A real Christmas gift? She asked, as if she never heard of such a thing. Not an exploding trick package? She knelt by the little boy and took his hand in hers. Thank you. Okay, what kind of power does Gothel have to have trick exploding presents?
She's just evil.
Yeah, but it makes it sound like she had mild C4 in her gift.
Maybe.
Where's she getting that?
She made it.
That wouldn't be all that shocking. Then again, this is the same universe where there's a magic healing flower, so I guess nothing is off limits. Rapunzel and Flynn wandered further into the town and came across the townsfolk decorating an enormous Christmas tree. Rapunzel pointed towards the top of the tree. You need a lot more charms up there, she said, if you want to scare off the ghostly Christmas elf. She picked up one of the ornaments. I'm not sure these charms are anywhere near scary enough. They're not charms, Flynn explained. They're ornaments for decoration. Rapunzel frowned. Oh well then. How can you keep the Christmas elf away? Flynn couldn't help laughing. Look, I know he's supposed to be the supportive boyfriend and all that jazz, fiancé, but like, laughing at your girl is not gonna get you any points. She's gonna just hit you with the frying pan again. Which honestly probably wouldn't be the worst thing ever. They went back inside the castle where Flynn found some books about the real St. Nicholas. See, St. Nicholas was a ghostly Christmas elf. He's a jolly old fellow who travels far and wide on Christmas Eve, bringing gifts to all the boys and girls. Flynn showed Rapunzel drawings of a smiling, bearded man carrying a sack full of presents. Definitely no kidnapping. This isn't Krampus, this is Santa. Rapunzel and her chameleon Pascal looked at each other to think of all those Christmas Eves they spent huddled together, too afraid to sleep. You mean children have trouble sleeping on Christmas Eve because they're excited? She asked. Flynn nodded. Most children can't wait for Christmas. He watched Rapunzel take it all in. So now that you know what this festive time is really like, Do you think you might be interested in celebrating it this year? For real? For the first time? Rapunzel's face lit up. Yes, she replied, and she sprung into action. Oh my, what kind of zany antics will she get up to now that she likes Christmas? It's hard to tell. For the next few weeks, Rapunzel lived and breathed Christmas, enjoying everything that the season had to offer, everything she had missed out on while living in the tower. In the castle kitchen, she helped bake dozens and dozens of crumbly Christmas cookies. She learned every word of Christmas carol she had never heard before. That sentence broke my brain, but that's fine. It's all good. She decked every undecked part of the halls with garland and ribbon. For the first time, she made beautiful, not spooky, Christmas ornaments. Finally, she gathered paper, ribbon, and gift tags and carefully wrapped handmade presents for each member of her family. So, like 2 people. 3 if you count her fiance, 4 if you count the chameleon. She could hardly wait until Christmas to see them opened. Girl, you don't have to wait. Force them on them now. Make them open the gifts now. That's what I would do. By the time Christmas Eve arrived, Rapunzel was exhausted but very happy. Rapunzel's father, the king, proposed a toast. For years our hearts have not felt entirely whole at this time of year. He paused. An important part of them was missing. He smiled at Rapunzel. Then the queen raised her golden goblet and added her own words to the toast. But now, for the first time since you were born, Rapunzel, this Christmas is a joyous one for us all. Rapunzel couldn't agree more. Surrounded by her loving family in front of a crackling fire, she could not imagine a better Christmas. They do have names, guys. They have them. They were in the series. They have names. I can't remember what his is, but hers is like Ariana or something like that. Rapunzel sighed happily and flopped down next to Flynn on a cozy sofa. Thank you for all of this, she said. I should really be thanking you, Flynn admitted. You know, this is my first Christmas with a real family. So I'm guessing this takes place like immediately after the first movie. But before the series. Their timeline is messy, guys. By guys, I mean pretty much just Tiffany at this point. It's fine. All those years I spent growing up in an orphanage, I knew he has a family too, by the way. His family's alive. He has a dad. He's still kicking. Not so much the mama. We're not going to talk about that. I knew that Christmas was supposed to be like this, but it somehow never felt merry until now. Flynn and Rapunzel sat together in front of the fire, but before long Rapunzel fell asleep. It had been the most wonderful Christmas Eve, and there would be many more like this for years to come. Until you have mild trauma in the series, it's fine. The end.